But we're straying away. Going back to fasting. So after 18 hours of fasting, you get into ketosis. After 48 hours, you get into something even better called autophagy, where your body, since the enzymes that digests food and everything, it has nothing to do really after 48 hours. Then it focuses on killing dead cells in your body. It kills dead proteins that have been there for 2 years already, or years.
Stagnant.
The stagnant, because you haven't been fasting, will be burnt, and so that in turn lowers your chances for heart attacks, blood pressure, cancer. It has a lot of health benefits. If you search about autophagy now on YouTube, you're gonna find out about all of the health benefits, and that's why.
Does it even so? This is I'm not sure if this is possible, but does it even kill or remove yung? Kasi diba, when you get the heart attacks, it usually is yung the heart. Yeah, it blocks yung arteries mo, cholesterol. Does it also remove yung cholesterol within if you fast ng that amount of time?
Actually, ketosis pa lang removes that cholesterol. If you remember, if you get into ketosis, it burns fat for fuel. And that's why I'm on the keto diet too. You're not gonna have, because the plaque comes from triglycerides, raised triglycerides. It's not really about just cholesterol. Because right now they found out that a better health marker is high triglycerides. Kasi when you're on keto, your cholesterol will go up. Pero the question is it good cholesterol or bad cholesterol? And what shape of cholesterol goes up? And they found out when you're in ketosis, cholesterol goes up, but the form of the cholesterol is like big, fluffy cholesterol. It's not like when you're on a carb diet, the cholesterol molecules are smaller. So the reason you got plaque is you have wounds in your veins, and the smaller molecules, kahit na mababa cholesterol mo, naiipon doon and get stuck. And then in ketosis, your cholesterol does go up, but it's fluffy, so it can't get stuck in those crevices.
Okay. Because that's one of the common misconceptions when you do a keto diet. So they say that your cholesterol levels goes up.
Yeah.
But what they did not mention there is that the cholesterol, even though they have more in numbers, they're not fluffy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in carbohydrate, but the problem is in the Philippines we don't have the equipment to test for that. In the States, they have it.
Okay.
That's why the keto advocates in the States show that test result. But that's exactly what happens when you're on keto. The molecules that clog the arteries gets fluffy, and it won't clog it anymore. And at the same time, it's a two-prong effect where your triglycerides go lower because your body's burning the fat for fuel. So it's more into the ketosis aspect that's healthy for the heart. The autophagy is healthy for the cancer aspects, because cancer starts with dead cells that aren't recycled. So when you go on a prolonged fast, at least 3 days, pinakamaganda 5 days, and that's why I believe God really designed us to do this
fasting.
For fasting, and not to eat 3 times a day, because in the Bible, and then even in different religions, they have fasting in it.
Yeah, they have yung Ramadan, which they don't eat, so that's a different religion. That's Muslim, huh?
Yeah.
What do you call it? Quran?
Yeah.
That's their Bible, diba?
Yeah.
What's the name of the Islam? Is that the religion?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's the Islam religion. In the Quran.
Yeah,
their Quran is basically based on our Old Testament too. So
they do fasting then. Most like others, like monks, I think they also do fasting. Buddhists, they also do fasting. So this is something maybe they don't check yung health benefits for it, But if you can check, yung olden times, they were actually lived longer. No?
Yeah, they
lived longer.
Yeah, they were doing it for the religious side of. Because if you notice, when you're in ketosis after fasting for a long time, did you notice your brain being clearer, your focus gets better, right?
Yeah, actually, so I started yung fasting 2 weeks ago. So one of the things that I noticed is I actually have like parang clear yung head ko. So there were times now when I was not doing fasting, and when I did fasting, I also had conscious effort to reduce yung aking carb intake, so sugar and carbs.
You got more control.
So, and one of the things pala, parang it's been 2 weeks na. I haven't been masturbating. I'm not sure if that's part of the. I'm not sure if that's part of the or actually research na benefit of doing fasting. But it's one thing that I noticed. Parang nawala yung urge ko na to masturbate. Maybe you don't have that. Maybe you don't have that take. But just to say, it's something that
I think that side.
I can't explain how it happens. I can't explain, or I don't have an analogy how that would result.
I think that comes more into the psychological part of self-control. You're getting more self-control. Because I think that's one of the best disciplines you could learn from fasting. If you could control like not eating, which is like
an essential part of life.
Yeah, an essential part of life. You're gonna be able to control other aspects of your life.
Yeah.
That's why I get abs when I do fasting.
Yeah.
Because I get disciplined with working out every day.
Yeah.
Whenever I don't do fasting, that's when I start playing Dota or I don't work out.
It's a domino effect, no?
Yeah, if you control really this one aspect of your life, you could control the other aspects of your life. Like this week, when I started training for cycling, I got to consistently work out. Because starting from day one, I was like, okay, one meal today.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get to control that, parang, at the same time, parang, sayang naman.
Yeah.
Nag-one meal na ako and I'm just gonna throw it away. I'm gonna work out, diba?
Yeah.
Even today, we were thinking about
it actually makes you a little bit more disciplined. No?
I think you should focus muna sa
fasting lang muna.
18-6. Tapos, after like every 2 weeks, litan mo yung window mo. From 8 hours, do 6.
6 hours.
Then do 4. Hanggang umabot kang 1 meal. Kasi sobrang dali talaga when you're on 1 meal a day. Hindi mo naiisipin yung hours na kumakain ka. Basta kumain ka lang between 6 and 9.
Yeah.
That's 1 meal. Tapos, it's so easy.
So with autophagy, kasi you mentioned yung mga benefits niya. It eats yung mga dead cells na meron ka sa body. So how often would you, like in a month, how often would you recommend, if you're already fasting, how often would you recommend yung autophagy?
Wow, like once a month at least. If it's for cancer and for extending your life.
Because in a sense, it's also like it's like cleansing.
Yeah.
So you're cleansing your body with dead stuff na hindi na ginagamit ng body, no?
Yeah, once a month minimum. Or you could do like 5-day fast quarterly throughout the year. If you notice, that's how churches plan their start of the year fasting. Pero sumikat na yung mga Facebook fast and that crap in church. They should really go back to food fasting because that's what God really meant.
Facebook fast, you mean like
they fast from social media.
Digital fast.
It should really be a food fast.
But it's interesting then.
Because if you think about it, let's segue lang. Kasi they're thinking of the fast as like punishment. Di ba? Facebook fast. That's like penance. Pero if you think about fasting, it's really,
beneficial for your body, you know?
And to get you closer to God, to focus, right?
Yeah.
Closer to God.
Yeah, good to mention that because it's always the mindset. If you think of something as punishment, then you won't do it.
Yeah.
But if you think of something as beneficial,
yeah,
then you're gonna think of it as something that might possibly do it more often, di ba?
Actually, that's why I got into long-term fasting last year when I did my 21-day fast. It's on my
21
on my Instagram, Fitmalo. You can check out my 21-day fast. I got there really weird.
Siguro we can post yung ano dyan.
We'll post it right down there.
yung link ng yung Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the reason I got into long-term fasting, because before I just used to do intermittent fasting for weight loss. But when I found out the benefit of autophagy, that's when I did it. And that's when I realized why God prescribed it in the Bible. Mm-hmm. Right? It was really for our health and our spiritual side to be closer to Him. It shouldn't be just to lose weight. Mm-hmm. I mean, losing weight is a bonus. But that's not the end-all, be-all for everything. And if we go down to motivation, why do you want to lose weight in the first place? It should be for health. Because if you're doing it just to look good for other people, you're doing it for other people and your motivation is stated on the opinions of others, then it's not going to last. When you get there and people give you compliments, oh, you have abs. You're just gonna get fat right away, or because your motivation was wrong. But if it's for health, it's really for thinking about living longer, thinking about yourself, doing it for yourself. It's gonna last longer.
Yeah, usually when you make a decision out of insecurity, that's really bad. So you make a wrong decision. So if you think of something that will benefit yourself, well, it's selfish. If
it's kind of narcissistic,
but if it's easier to change what if it's coming from yourself, if it's easy to do if it's coming from yourself, pero if it's a decision just out of to please other people,
at the end of the day, you shouldn't give a fuck about what other people think. If you give a fuck, you're letting other people control your life. You weak fuck. No, I'm kidding.
There it is. The F word. I'm losing younger audience as we speak.
Beat that out na lang. Maybe make them pay for the uncensored version.
We can.